Hi, Ma'am Edeline. Yeah. Buk, bida-bida gusto. Ang sabi niya? Ini si Friends, tagalik makaran.
Ay, anong balita? Anong balita? Operahan daw? Hindi pa pilahan. Salamat, Jesus. Yes, kailangan tulungan.
Guys, hintayin lang natin si Sir Friends. Maya-maya andito na rin naman siya. Sige. Thank you for your patience, guys.
At ako yun yung ano ho, medyo Tupperware nga, pag aloe vera ba naman, cool ice, yung ginaputang sa restaurant, lamig. Yung mga na nakaubos.
Okay.
Wa man yung mga ano. Ano matulog sa ilak naman tuloy mo kung iya. Agit flooring yung galing ka rin ha. Diyan. Ano dapat na bomba ka tayo? Wala, ilalabas. Wala dyan ta ngayon? Wala. Wala na? Wala na. Eh, saan ka ng tubig? Ah, nagmotor ka rin. Dahag bumotor ha? Mag-ibukot pandemic eh. Sino pa na dito?
Good afternoon. Hello everyone. Naririnig niyo ba ako? Okay. So meron pa lang tayong dalawa. So let's just wait for the others. Hello. Okay, sa mga online, sa mga nakapasok na, please unmute niyo po yung inyong mga microphone para marinig ko po yung response niyo. Jinmay at hello. Hello, Ma'am Emma. Good afternoon, ma'am. Okay, may nadagdag na isa. Si Ma'am Feb Fluriet. Okay, so let's just wait for others. Okay? Para tuloy-tuloy na yung pag-discuss natin sa ating general education. Jinmay, hello. Okay, yan na. Dumadagdag na yung ating mga reviewers. Hello, good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Yan. Hello, Jinmei.
Hi, sir friend.
Hello. Iba. Yan, nadagdag na si Chini Rio Perez. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Si Sir Joshua Alfaro. Okay. Marami pa yung hihintayin natin. Okay. So, live na tayo. Okay. So, sige, mag-start na ba tayo, Ma'am Emma? Okay, but before anything else, I would like to invite everyone, pati yung mga friends nyo, to please subscribe sa PCCE na channel natin sa YouTube. Most especially sa mga friends nyong kukuha din ng board exam. Ayan po, naka-flash po sa screen natin. PCCE or Professional Career Center of Excellence. Diyan po ninyo makikita yung mga videos, mga educational videos from which makakakuha po kayo ng informations na magagamit nyo po sa board exam. Of course, okay, good afternoon mga ka-idol teachers. Yan, si Joshua Alfaro. Good afternoon din sa iyo, sir. Okay na po ba? Mag-start na tayo. But Ma'am Emma, please, in next slide po. Okay, but before that, let's have a trivia first. Of course, sa board exams, lalong-lalo na sa general education, maraming mga questions doon na trivial. Okay, so dapat you have to dispense information, gather informations na magagamit nyo sa board exam kasi may mga questions doon na minsan doon lang natin nabasa. Okay? Maraming mga tricky questions sa general education. At ang general education is consist of 20%. 150 items siya. Okay? So, dapat bumawi tayo sa general education. And of course, the professional education, it consists of 40%, 150 items. Yan is for secondary. At sa majorship is 40%. Pero pag sa elementary naman, of course, I know you know this, but I would like to refresh it, i-inform din sa iba. Baka meron dito hindi pa alam kung ano yung parts ng exam. Sa elementary, the general education is 40% at yung professional education is 60%. Okay, so let's start from our trivia. What's the shortcut for the copy function on most computers? This is all about ICT or Information Communication Technology. The answer is Control C. Okay? Sa general education kasi, meron siyang 6 subjects area. Meron diyang English, Mathematics, Science, Filipino, Social Science, at ICT. Okay? So yan, nakafocus siya sa 6 na subject areas. So, hindi lang kayo mag-focus sa English, Math, Science, dapat lahat yan. Kasi lahat yan is possible, malaki yung possibilities na lalabas sa general education. Okay, next slide. Which planet is the hottest in the solar system? Okay, marami dito yung nagkakamali kasi minsan sinasabi nila na ang most hottest planet is Mercury kasi sabi nila Mercury daw yung pinakamalapit sa Sun. But it's wrong. The answer is Venus. Why Venus? Okay, bakit Venus yung pinaka-hottest planet in the solar system? That's because the primary reason is that Venus have a thick atmosphere compared to Mercury. Kung kaya't yung heat na nanggagaling sa Sun coming from the Venus is nakukulong doon. That's the reason why na nakukulong yung init doon at umiinit yung sinasabing yung Venus yung pinaka mainit na planet in the solar system. Okay, so wag kayong wag kayong ano tawag dito? Malilito. Okay, next slide. Which organ has 4 chambers? Okay, we're talking about the human body. Of course, the answer is the heart. I-remind ko lang yung mga listeners natin dyan, yung mga board takers natin, to please jot down. It's because who knows na sa mga binigay kong ano tawag dito? Binigay kong mga information ngayon is lalabas sa board exam, o di ba? So, kailangan nyo talagang mag-jot down. Isulat nyo kung ano yung naka-flash sa screen or sa PowerPoint natin. Okay, so which organ has 4 chambers? It is the heart. Okay, it's because it composed of the right atrium, the left atrium, the right ventricle, and the left ventricle. Okay, don't forget that. It has 4 chambers, the heart. Next slide. What is your body's largest organ? Okay, the answer is skin. Yes. Or specifically, the largest external organ is the skin. Lumabas yan sa kapanahunan namin. Ano daw yung pinakamalaking organ ng tao? It's the skin. Okay, let's proceed to the next. Which element is said to keep bones strong? Ano dang element? Okay, the answer is, of course, calcium. Yan, calcium po yung element na nagpapatibay ng ating bones. That's the reason why sa mga taong may mga sakit na polio or sakit sa buto, they need to consume more calcium. Okay? Next, how many eyes does a bee have? Ilan bang mata ang meron sa bee? Of course, some of us would say 2, but scientifically saying it has 5 eyes, yung bee. Okay? Makikita po natin yan sa picture. Ayan. So, most of the time, nakikita natin is 2. But, mind you to see na meron dyang maliit na 3 mata yung bee. That's the reason why sinabing bee has 5 eyes. Okay? Huwag niyong kalimutan yan. Baka lumabas yan sa board exam. Hindi natin alam. Okay, next. How many hearts does an octopus have? Okay, the answer is 3. O, diba? Buti pa yung octopus may 3 heart. Pwede siyang magmahal ng 1, 2, at 3. Unlike sa atin. Joke lang. Okay? So, octopus has 3 hearts. Makikita natin sa picture. Kung nakikita nyo, yung heart niya is nakalocate banda sa may ulo. Okay? Next. What year was the very first model of the iPhone released? Ano kaya ang taon? Okay, the answer is in the year 2007. Okay? It is the year where the first iPhone brand was released. Okay, yan. Nakikita niyo sa screen. Okay, let's proceed to the next. Eto. What is the smallest bone in the human body? Okay, stapes. Maybe some of you here, ngayon lang narinig yung stapes. Excuse me, saan ba makikita yung stapes na buto? Yan po ay nakalocate sa ating tenga. Ayan po, as you can see sa picture. Yan yung maliit na yan. Yan yung stapes na tinatawag. That is the smallest bone in the human body. How about the largest? Ano yung largest bone in the human body? Okay, kung may smallest, meron ding largest. It is the femur. Spell as F-E-M-U-R. Femur. Or other term for femur is the thigh bone. It is the largest and also the strongest bone in the human body. Please jot down niyo po yung sinasabi ko kasi sabi ko nga, hindi natin masasabi kung ano talaga yung lalabas sa board exam, but who knows? Baka isa sa mga sinasabi ko ngayon is lalabas sa exam. Okay? Next. Okay, magsisimula na ba tayo sa general education? So kaninang umaga, sinagutan nyo yung general education from 1 to 50. At ngayong hapon, i-discuss ko sa inyo isa-isa kung ano yung mga tamang answer sa mga questions. And i-discuss ko rin kung bakit, i-discuss ko isa-isa yung mga choices kung bakit hindi iyon yung sagot sa question. Okay? So, Ma'am Emma, marami na po ba tayong, viewers? Okay. So, magsisimula na ba tayo? But before that, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you kay Ma'am Ruby for giving me this chance and this time nga na ma-share sa inyo yung mga thoughts and ideas ko. I'm so thankful to have this opportunity given by Ma'am Ruby from Professional Career Center of Excellence. Pero by the way, parang nakalimutan ko magpakilala. Nakalimutan ko yata magpakilala. Ma'am Emma, pwede po ba tayong bumalik sa pinaka-first part ng slide natin para makilala ko ng iba nating reviewers? Balik. Okay. So, sa lahat or ng ating mga listeners today, or this afternoon, I would like to introduce myself. I am Franz Lawrence Giragaas, LPT, currently working as Teacher 1 at the Department of Education. I finished my bachelor's degree or my BS Education major in MAPE at Northwestern Visayan Colleges as cum laude from the year 2014 to 2018. So, baka yung iba sa inyo dito kilala or familiar ako. And now, currently, I am taking my Master of Arts in Education major in Physical Education at Aklan State University College of Fisheries and Marine Sciences dito po sa New Washington, Aklan. Okay? Okay, so let's proceed na po. Sa mga listeners natin ngayon, pwede nyo pa akong i-add through Facebook. My name is Franz Lawrence Gonzaga Ragaas po sa Facebook. For you you are free to ask questions. Mag-PM lang po kayo sa akin para ma-share ko po sa inyo yung mga ideas at kung ano yung mga questions na lumabas during our time nung 2018 September na board exam. Okay, so I am happy for you to share those informations and ideas po. It's an honor po para sa akin na makatulong sa ating mga aspirants, teachers. Okay? Okay, let's start. Okay? Number 1. There was hiatus of 2 years before I went back to college. Hiatus means blank. A, lapse. B, an interruption. C, length. D, continuation. Okay, so what's the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is letter A, lapse. Okay, why? Because lapse defined as an interval or passage of time. Okay, so hiatus means lapse. There is an interval of 2 years. Kung titingnan natin sa sentence, there was hiatus of 2 years. Okay, and mind you, in general education, marami po dong question which ask the definition of terms na malalim yung meaning. Meron din po minsan na as in dun nyo lang po nabasa from the rest of your life sa ano na yon sa board exam. And the technique for that, to answer, the correct answer for that is to use context clues. Okay? We have to train ourselves or we have to teach ourselves on how to use the context cluing. Okay, when we say context clues, these are hints found within a sentence that we can use to understand the meanings of unfamiliar words. So we are going to use the sentence itself, the question itself, to unlock or to define the term that is being asked. Okay, so pag makikita nyo sa question natin, there was hiatus of 2 years before I went back to college. Okay? There was 2 years before I went back. So iisipin nyo, ano yun? Merong ano sa 2 years before I went back. Okay, so the answer is lapse. There is an interval or passage of time. Hindi po siya pwedeng maging an interruption because when we define an interruption, it defines as an interrupted or without breaking in continuity. Okay? Hindi rin siya pwedeng length. Hindi rin siya pwedeng continuation. Okay? So the correct and the exact answer is letter A, lapse. There is an interval of passage or passage of time. Okay po? Let's proceed to number 2. I was speaking to Raquel on the phone when suddenly we were blank. Okay, in this question, you're going to find the perfect and the correct word to complete the statement. Okay, again, I was speaking to Raquel on the phone when suddenly we were, the correct answer is letter B, it's cut off. Why? I'm pretty sure some of you answered letter A, disconnected, because this is usually used kung tumatawag tayo, di ba? Ay, na-disconnect ako. Okay, but the correct answer is cut off. Why? Disconnected, if we're going to find out its definition, it is defined as incoherent, lacking of logical sequence. That's the disconnected. What there is interaction of tayo? Hello? Okay. Ayan na. Okay na po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So meron na nangyaring technical problem. Okay, but keep the fire burning, mga kaguro ko. It's because if we are aiming for something, no matter what happens, kailangan we have to keep that fire burning. Okay? Yan yung susi in order for us to be a licensed professional teacher. So sinasabi nga nila, COVID lang yan, magiging teacher kami. Okay? Keep that positivity sa inyo, mga kaguro. No matter what crisis we're facing, dapat we have to be resilient. Okay na po ba? Okay. Proceed na ba tayo sa number 2? Or babalikan ko pa? Okay, so sa number 2, the answer is letter B, cut off. That's the correct and exact word to complete the statement. Okay, let's proceed sa number 3. Okay, ayan na. Bumalik na tayo. O, di ba may comeback? Sana all may comeback. Okay, naririnig nyo na ba ako? Okay, just response lang po for okay na po ba? Okay, proceed na po ba ako, Ma'am Emma?
sir.
Okay, okay. So, we are now in number 3. The surprise teacher asked, what was all the hubbub about? Hubbub means, okay, so malalim na namang salita. So, the number 3 is asking what was hubbub means. Okay, so the correct answer is letter C, commotion. Why? Okay, the technique here to answer the question is just try to analyze the choices. Okay? Letter A is hush. B, serenity. C, commotion. D, stillness. If you're going to analyze hush, serenity, and stillness has commonality, right? They are all positive. they have all positive definitions. While the letter C, commotion, it implies negative definition. When we say commotion, it is all about chaos or noisy situation. Okay, may mga ganitong question na lumalabas sa board exam. But all you have to do is to find a technique to answer it. Although hubbub is a very high-floating word, but through the choices, you can find out the correct answer. Okay? Titingnan mo kung ano dyan sa apat yung pinaka naiiba. Okay? So the correct answer is commotion. When we say hush, it defines as you are making someone to keep quiet, or stop talking. Serenity means a state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. When we say stillness, the absence of movement or sound. So if you're going to find, or if you're going to give attention, those three words has similarities when in terms of their definition. Commotion lang yung naiba. Okay? It defines as a noisy situation. Okay, so the surprise teacher asked, what was all the hubbub about? Okay, so meaning there is a commotion. Okay, let's proceed to number 4. Okay, so who is the general who said, I shall return after training troops in Australia? Letter A, Carlos P. Romulo. B, Douglas MacArthur. C, J. De La Torre. Letter D, Arthur MacArthur. Okay, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is letter B. It's Douglas MacArthur. Okay, some of you would answer Arthur MacArthur. Okay, so kikilalanin natin sino ba si Arthur MacArthur at Douglas MacArthur. Si Arthur MacArthur, okay, please take note, siya yung tatay ni Douglas MacArthur. Okay? They are both in military service. Okay? Si Douglas MacArthur at Arthur MacArthur. Pero yung nagsabi na I shall return after training troops in Australia, he was Douglas MacArthur. Okay? So who is Carlos P. Romulo? Okay, Carlos P. Romulo was a Filipino diplomat journalist. Isa po siyang reporter. Achiever din po si Carlos P. Romulo. He was an editor at the age of 16, a publisher at the age of 20, at siya rin yung nagsabi na nation will rise and fall, but equality remains ideal. Okay, that is Carlos P. Romulo. He said, nation will rise and fall, but equality remains ideal. Okay, so the correct answer in the number 4 is letter B, Douglas MacArthur. Si J. De La Torre, yan yung tinatawag nating joker sa choices. Okay, number 5. Mabilis ba yung pag-explain or pag-discuss or okay lang? Okay lang? Okay. So number 5, Thomas Carlyle said, the man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. It could be interpreted as A, there is a strong driving force in one's life. B, there should be sufficient energy in one's life. C, direction can never come into one's life. D, one's life doesn't need to be controlled. What was the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is letter A. There is a strong driving force in one's life. When we say rudder, ano ba yung tinatawag na rudder? Okay, so yung rudder is a device used for steering and maneuvering a vessel. Yan po yung parang hélice sa ship. Okay, so according to Thomas Carlyle, the man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. Therefore, we can say that there is a strong, or a person must have a strong driving force in his or her life. That's what Thomas Carlyle is speaking all about. Okay? So number 6. Okay, nakikita niyo ba? Okay. Number 6, what virtue is inferred in the poem below? Okay, little things. Okay, I will read. It's the little things we do or say that make or break the beauty of the average passing day. Hits like doors will open with ease to every very little kiss. And don't forget that 2 of these are I thank you if you please. Okay, so what is the virtue inferred in this poem? A, friendliness. B, kindness. C, confidentially. D, encouragement. Okay, what is the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is letter B, it's kindness. Okay, so as you can see in the last line of the poem, are I thank you, if you please. Yan yun po yung hint. So when we say thank you, it shows kindness. Okay, and the little things, this poem is a poem about a small acts of kindness. Okay, so the correct answer is kindness. Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed to number 7. Okay, it's mathematics. In the following numbers, which digit is in the thousands place? Okay, actually this is only a recap, right? Okay, so we're going to find what is in the in the thousands place. Beware, the word thousands has a THS in the last, it has THS in its last. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. Now, it's number 4. Why? It's because if we are going to identify thousands, we're just going to count from the decimal point going to the left, going to the right. Okay, as you can see, 0.1 is in the tenths place. Next, 3 is in the hundredths place. And 4 is in the thousandths place. Okay, so be aware of that. Kasi minsan, lumalabas to sa exam na akala mo yung tinatanong is thousands. Okay, pag sinabi nating thousands, kung yung question is nag-a-ask ng thousands, meaning ano yung answer natin? Okay, so the answer is 5. But in here, it asks the thousands with THS in the last letter niya, thousands. So the correct answer is 4. Okay? Actually, it's very easy. Pero minsan, dahil sa pagmamadali natin, minsan, nagkakamali tayo. Okay? So, that's the technique in answering the general education. You must be keen. Okay? In reading the question. Kasi minsan, may tricky questions. Akala natin correct yung sagot natin. Yun pala, mali. Okay? Let's proceed sa number 8. Okay. Mathematics ulit. If x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 2, then 2x plus 3y is equals to. Okay, all you have to do is just substitute the corresponding value of the variables. Okay, so substitute 2 times the value of x is 3 plus 3y, the value of y is 2. The correct answer is letter A, 12. Oh, as you can see in the PowerPoint presentation, sinubstitute lang natin yung corresponding values ng variables. 2 times 3 is equals to 6, plus 3 times 2 is equals to 6, then is equals to 12. Okay, it's very easy, right? Okay, usually ganito lang yung mga lumalabas sa board exam. Okay, next, number 9. Okay, mathematics ulit. Which of these has a value different from the other 3? Okay, it's a comparison of the choices. So ano yung correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is letter C, 15. Why? Bakit kaya 15? So as you can see, okay, as you can see from the choices, in number 9, the choice have different values. So in order for us to know their difference, let's convert it to its decimal form. Okay? So yung 15%, pag kinonvert natin siya into decimal form, it would be 0.15. Letter B, if we convert this fraction into decimal, then it would be 0.1. We're just going to divide the numerator to the denominator. 2 divided by 20 is equivalent to 0.1. While C, 15, it is already a whole number. Then letter D, 12 divided by 15, the answer is 0.8. So the different from the choices is letter C. It's because it is a whole number. Okay, wala siyang decimal point. Whole number siya. That's the reason why letter C yung correct answer. Okay, it's a matter of comparison and a technique on how to answer or how to get the correct answer. Yan lang sa mathematics. Okay, number 10. Which of these 3 fractions has the largest value? Okay, so tinatanong naman dito sa question is kung ano daw yung fraction na may largest value. So how do we know the value of the fraction? Simply, we're just going to what? Number 10 na yan, di ba? Number 10. Okay. Simply, we're just going to convert each fractions into decimal numbers. Okay? How? We divide each numerator. When we say numerator, it is on the top number, and by its corresponding denominator. When we say denominator, it is the number below the fraction. Okay, so let's convert this into decimal numbers. Okay, so if we divide 4 divided by 15, the answer is 0.27. Letter B, if we convert it into decimal place, 3 divided by 4 is equals to 0.75, right? Letter C, 12 divided by 24, the answer is 0.5. And letter D, 5 divided by 9, the answer is 0.56. So among the given choices, what has the biggest or the largest amount? If we transform it or if we convert it into decimal place, the answer is letter B. It's 3/4 because if we convert it into decimal places, it would give us the answer of 0.75, largest compared to other fractions given. Okay? Okay, let's proceed to number 11. By the way, I am encouraging everyone to please have your calculator. Okay? Or kung wala, mas mabuting imano-mano nyo yung pag-solve. It's because you don't know na it is also a training for you on your mind na mag-solve only by yourself. Okay? Number 11, one angle of a parallelogram is 35. What are the measures of the other three angles? Okay, let's define first what is parallelogram, because it asks the measures of the other three angles. Okay, so ano ba yung tinatawag na parallelogram? So parallelogram is a simple quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. The opposite or facing sides of parallelogram are of equal length and the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal measure. Okay? So, yung parallelogram daw, merong dalawang magkaparehong measure at yung dalawa is magkapareho din. So, sa choices na ito, ano ba yung choices na nagda-define sa parallelogram? Okay, so the correct answer is letter C. Diba? As you can see, 35 and 35 is pair and 145 and 145 is also a pair, which gives us an exact definition of what is parallelogram. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so wala nang question. So letter C, that's the correct answer. Okay, let's proceed to number 12. Okay, number 12, the edges of a rectangular solid, okay, mathematics ulit, have these measures: 1.5 feet by 1/2 feet by 3 inches. So what is its volume in cubic inches? Okay, the question asks us, what is the volume in cubic inches? Okay, letter A, 324, B, 225, C, 272, D, 27. The correct answer is letter... What's the correct answer? Okay, it's letter A, 324. How? Okay, so paano? Bakit naging 324? Okay, so if we are going to find the volume in cubic inches, we must convert first the given choices into inches. Okay? So there are how many feet, or there are how many inches in 1 feet? Okay, it is equivalent to 12 inches, right? Okay, so 1.5 feet, if we convert it to inches, it would give us the answer of 18 inches, right? And if we convert 1/2 feet to inches, it would give us the answer of 6 inches. And 3 inches, hindi na natin siya convert kasi nasa inches na siya. Okay, so what we're going to do is to multiply the converted numbers. Okay, so think, what is the formula in finding the cubic inches? Or in finding the volume, I mean. So the formula in finding the volume is to multiply the length times width times height. Okay? So 18 times 6 times 3 is equals to 324. Okay, makikita niya sa screen, sa PowerPoint. Ayan, 1.5 feet. Pag i-convert natin siya into inches, it would give us the answer of 18 inches. 1/2 feet, if we convert it to inches, it would give us the answer of 6 inches. And then, just steady the 3 inches. Steady lang siya kasi nasa inches na siya. Then, in finding the volume, okay, it is equals to length times width times height. So, you're going to just multiply the given numbers. Okay, so it would give us the answer of 324. O, diba? Madali lang siya. Okay? Okay, if you have no question, let's proceed to number 13. Number 13, how many degrees are between the hands of a clock at 4:30? Okay, so yung tanong is how many degrees daw if yung hands ng clock ng relo ay nasa 4:30. Okay, just imagine. pwede kang mag-draw niyan. I-draw mo yung clock, tapos itutok mo yung dalawang hands sa 4:30. Okay, so yung tanong, how many degrees? A, 1,401. B, 45. C, 125. D, 150. The correct answer is letter B. Yes, it's 45. Okay, when we say right angle, it is equivalent to 90 degrees, right? Okay. So, pag tiningnan mo yung hands ng clock na nasa 4:30, it is halfway of the right angle, right? Okay, so i-divide mo lang yung 90 degrees into 2, it would give us the answer of 45, of 90. Okay, so the answer is 45 degrees. Okay, may ano dyan, may ano dyan sa PowerPoint natin. Okay, ayan, tingnan nyo. Okay, so yung kapag yung hands ng clock is nasa 3:30, it would give us the answer of 90 degrees, right? Pero yung tanong is 4:30. Okay, so 4:30. You're going to just calculate. Kalahati ng 4:30 or kalahati ng 3:30 is 4:30. Okay, so the answer is 45 degrees. Okay, sa mathematics kasi guys, it's not all about solving equations. Hindi lahat puro solving. Yung iba is common sense. Okay? Yan yung lagi niyong tatandaan. As they say, there are so many ways to kill a cat, right? There are so many ways how to solve a problem, or just most especially in mathematics. Okay, let's proceed to number 14. Fossils are most likely to be found in, okay, balik tayo sa science. A, ocean floor. B, sedimentary rocks. C, igneous rocks. D, metamorphic rocks. What's the answer? Okay, the answer is... What's the answer? It must be letter B, sedimentary rocks. Okay, so let's find out why sedimentary rocks. Because sedimentary rock defined as, these are types of rock that are formed by the accumulation or deposition of small particles and subsequent amintation of minerals and organic particles. Okay, yan yung definition ng sedimentary rocks. Okay? When we say igneous rocks, okay, it's very important for you to know this. Igneous rocks are magmatic rock. It is formed through cooling and solidification of magma and lava. Okay? And letter D, metamorphic rock. What is metamorphic rock or metamorphic rocks? It is formed when rocks are subjected to high heat and high pressure. So those are the differences between sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic. So if you are going to ask fossils, okay, so the answer is letter B. It's sedimentary rocks. Okay, and please take note of the examples of these rocks, sedimentary rocks, igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, kasi minsan lumalabas yan sa exam. For example, magbibigay siya ng klase ng rock. Then you're going to identify if it is sedimentary, igneous, or metamorphic. Okay, like marble. Anong klaseng type of rock siya? Okay? Marami niyang iba. Please do research about that. It's very important. It's very essential for you to, and it is very useful sa pagsagot niyo sa board exam. Most especially in general education. Okay? Number 15, we're going to proceed. Okay, let's proceed. Number 15, The symbiosis is defined by biologists as individuals of different species living together in intimate association, regardless of whether the association is harmful, neutral, or beneficial. All of the following pairs are examples of symbiosis, except, okay, you're going to find the exception from these choices. Okay, A, human and tapeworms, B, dogs and fleas, C, cats and mice, D, ants and aphids. So what must be the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer must be letter C. It's cats and mice. Why? Okay. Okay, take a look at the question. It defines symbiosis, right? So symbiosis is a different species living together in intimate association, regardless whether their association is harmful, neutral, or beneficial. Take a look at letter A, human and tapeworms. What is the association? Okay, what's the association of dogs and tapeworms? Or what is the relationship? Okay, the relationship between human and tapeworms is the parasitic relationship. Take note of this. Human and tapeworms has a relationship of parasitic. Why? Because tapeworms gains nourishment to humans, while humans loses nutrient. That's the reason why it is called as parasitic relationship. Isa lang sa kanila yung nakaka-benefit. Okay? How about dogs and fleas? So the relationship between dogs and fleas is also parasitic relationship. Fleas feed on dogs, while dogs loses its nutrients. Okay? So yung nakaka-benefit lang in this relationship ay yung fleas. Okay? When we say fleas, yan yung tinatawag na otol, yung dito sa aklanon. Okay? Yung fleas. How about ants and aphids? Is there any relationship between those? Yes. Because ants and aphids. So ano ba yung aphids? I'm sure you are already familiar with ants. So yung aphids is a small sucking insects that are common on both outdoor and indoor plants. They feed on the sap of plants and secrete a substance called honeydew. Okay, yung aphids is nagproproduce siya ng honeydew. So this sticky resin or yung honeydew is a favorite food of ants who actually milks the aphids for it by stroking their abdomen. So both receive benefits from each other. Yan yung relationship ng ants and aphids. They are both benefiting with each other. Okay, so yung naiiba lang dyan sa choices is yung cats and mice kasi walang relationship sa cats and mice. Okay? Okay. Can we proceed to number 16? Are we all clear with number 15? Okay, let's proceed. Number 16. Okay, number 16. 4 circular holes of equal size arranged from top to bottom were cut 2 centimeters apart into a large plastic bottle. The holes were covered with tape, and the bottle was filled with water. The tape was then removed. Which of the following statements will best describe the result? Okay, so this question matters all about your common sense, okay? Common sense lang. You have to, what is this? You have to just, what is this? Kailangan mo lang maging imaginative sa statement. Okay, so ano daw yung mangyayari kung yung tape is ni-removed from the hole? A, the sudden release of water will cause the bottle to collapse. B, water from each hole will squirt out the same distance from the bottle. C, water from the top hole will squirt out the farthest. D, water from the bottom hole will squirt out the farthest. Okay, so what's the correct answer? Yes, letter B. Water from each hole will squirt out the same distance from the bottle. Okay, so pwede nyo rin yang itry sa inyo kung wala kayong ginagawa. Okay? In order for you to know kung talagang they release the same distance. Okay? Okay. Let's proceed to number 17. Which of the following parts of the circulatory system carries digested fats away from the intestines? Okay, sa science naman to. A. Lacteals. B. Pancreatic duct. C. Arterial capillaries. D. Pulmonary artery. Okay, the correct answer is letter A. Lacteals. So ano nga ba yung tinatawag na lacteals? Okay, yung lacteals ay isang lymphatic vessel of small intestine which absorbs the digested fats. Okay? Yan yung lacteals. How about pancreatic duct? Okay, yung pancreatic duct, or other term for this is the duct of Querson, is a duct that joins the pancreas to the common bile. Okay? How about arterial capillaries? What is it? This? So this is a vein, or these are veins which blood flows. And when we say pulmonary artery, it carries the oxygenated blood from the right ventricle to lungs. Okay, so the correct answer is letter A, lacteals. Because siya yung nagki-carry ng digested fats away from the intestines. Okay, let's proceed to number 18. Number 18, when water evaporates, it changes into which of the following state? Okay, when water evaporates, it changes into which of the following state? A, solid. B, matter. C, gaseous. D, liquid. What's the correct answer? Okay, so the correct answer is letter C. It's gaseous. Why? Because okay, so we're going to I am going to discuss the changes in the state of matter. Okay, so we have six changes in the state of matter. Okay, please take down notes. We have the freezing, the melting, the evaporating or evaporation, condensation, sublimation, and deposition. The question asks, when water evaporates, it changes into which of the following state? So it asks the process of evaporation. Okay? So pag nag-evaporate, of course, the water or the liquid turns into gas. Okay? So in evaporation, from the state of matter nga liquid, it changes into gas. That's evaporation. How about freezing? Okay, when we say freezing, it talks about the matter of liquid turns to solid. That is freezing, a state of matter. How about melting? Okay, when we say melting, it is in the process of from solid to liquid. The example of melting is ang ice bala. Okay, from solid na melt siya into liquid, the process is melting. Okay? How about the condensation? Okay, so it is a vice versa of evaporation. Pag evaporation, yung liquid naging gas. Ang condensation, from gas to liquid. Okay? Yan yung condensation. And the rest, sublimation, and deposition. Okay, so try to research about that, the 6 changes in the state of matter, because I am pretty sure it will really appear on the general education sa board exam. Okay, it's really a big help from you na makakuha some points about that. Okay, so number 19, let's proceed sa 19. Okay, number 19. A British physician and bacteriologist, Sir Ronald Ross, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his researches in... Okay, it is... the question is asking kung saan daw... anong research daw ni Ronald Ross yung nagbigay sa kanya ng Nobel Prize? Okay, the correct answer is letter... The correct answer is letter C. Okay, the correct answer is letter C. The transmission of malaria. Okay, so going back to its history, Ronald Ross discovers the malarial parasite in the gastrointestinal tract of a mosquito in 1897, proved that malaria was transmitted by mosquitoes, and laid the function for the method of combating the disease. So siya yung naka-discover na yung malaria is nasa parasite or is a malarial parasite pala na nag-stay sa gastrointestinal tract ng isang mosquito, from which yung mosquito yung carrier ng ganitong parasite, yung malarial parasite. So doon niya na-discover na yung malarial parasite pala is coming from the mosquito, which gives him the Nobel Prize about his research. Okay? So how about the prevention of hepatitis? Sino naman yung naka-discover niyan? Okay? So your task is to search about that. Sino yung naka-discover ng prevention of hepatitis? Because mind you guys, in getting board exam, you must have the driving force sa sarili nyo mismo to grasp information and ideas. You have to discipline yourself to read and read and read. Kasi sa pagbabasa, you can gain informations. Who knows na sa mga binasa mo, isa sa mga binasa mo is lalabas sa board exam. Okay? So I am telling you and I'm advising you to please read and read. Okay, about this mga, most especially sa mga latest issues and trends here in our country. Okay, because some of it will appear in the general education. Okay, let's proceed. Number 20. A thermometer measures what? Of course, I know all of you has the correct answer. The thermometer measures the temperature. Okay? So, yan yung ginagamit natin to identify kung ano yung body temperature natin. Okay? Let's proceed to number 21. Which of the following forms of energy travels in waves? Okay, A, chemical energy, B, sound energy, C, mechanical energy, D, electrical energy. What must be the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is sound energy. It's letter B. Why? Are you familiar with the sound wave? Okay, pag familiar sa sound wave, of course, you can answer this question easier. Okay? So, ang sound nag-travel sa waves. Okay, so trivia lang. Saan mas mabilis mag-travel ang sound? Sa solid, liquid, or gas? Okay, sound travel faster in solid. Ha? Hindi siya gas. Okay, maybe it would appear in the board exam. Pag tinanong kayo sound travels faster in blank? Okay, A, solid, B, liquid, D, C, gas. The answer is solid. Okay? That's an idea nga ang sound most particularly travels in faster in solid. Okay? Only that is only a trivia. Okay? Let's proceed sa 22. Okay, I hope nga nag-lecture gid kamo ha sa akon yung mga ginahambal. Kay you never know na magawa ni sa board exam. And mind you, pag ang imo score sa board exam 74.9, bagsak ka gid. Okay? So, wa man ko naila or hindi ko gusto na magsisi kayo. Okay? At the end of the day. Okay? So, you have to really practice writing and jot-dating of notes. So, it's really helpful para kinyo to pass the board exam. Kay man, kung ang imo score 74.9, isang question na lang tani kag makapasa ka, di ba? Okay, so it really helps. Okay, based on my experience sa board exam. Okay, let's proceed sa 22. Okay, magtatagalog na tayo. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang pinakatamang pangungusap? Okay, tanong lang, very easy. Ano daw yung pinakatamang pangungusap? A, okay, ang bagot malaking pabrikang pinagtatrabahuhan nila ay malapit. Oh, nawala. Wait lang ha. Wait lang. Nawala yung slide. Ma'am Emma? Saan si Ma'am Emma? Ma'am Emma, nawala po yung slide. Sorry for the interruption. Nawala po yung slide. Okay, dali lang gid ha. Kay nawala ang slide. Okay, wait lang guys, wait lang. Nawala yung slide. Hindi ko makita. Nakikita nyo ba yung slide? Yes. Nawala kasi sa akin. Wait lang ha. Okay, ayan na. Bumalik na. Okay. Number 22. Okay. Okay, number 22. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang pinakatamang pangungusap? Ang bagot malaking pabrikang pinagtatrabahuhan nila ay malapit sa amin. Ang pabrikang pinagtatrabahuhan nila malapit sa amin ay bagot malaki. C. Ang pinagtatrabahuhan nilang malapit sa amin ay bagot malaking pabrika. D. Ang pabrikang malapit sa amin, bagot malaki, ay pinagtatrabahuhan nila. So, okay. So, para makita natin yung pinakatamang pangungusap, i-identify natin una or kung ano ba yung pinag-uusapan sa pangungusap. Okay? Or ang paksa. So, ang paksa dito is ang pabrikang pinagtatrabahuhan. Okay? So, the correct answer is letter A. Ang bagot malaking pabrikang pinagtatrabahuhan nila ay malapit sa amin. Okay? And besides, kung ganito yung question, pag binasa mo yung sentence, makikita mo naman kung ano yung may mali. Diba? Kung siya ay, kung sa akyanan is pakis. Pakis siya, pakinggan. Okay? So, ang pinakatamang sagot dito sa choices ay yung letter A. Ang bagot malaking pabrikang pinagtatrabuhan nila ay malapit sa amin. Okay? Let's proceed sa 23. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang pinakatamang pangungusap? Ayan na naman. A. Nagpapabata ang pulbos sa kutis na klinik. B. Nagpapabata sa kutis ang pulbos ng klinik. C. Nagpapabata ng mukha sa kutis ng pulbos na klinik. D. Nagpapabata sa kutis ng mukha ang pulbos na klinik. Okay. Ano yung pinakatamang sagot? Ang sagot ay letter D. Nagpapabata sa kutis ng mukha ang pulbos na klinik. Okay. It's a matter of common sense lang naman sa pagsagot sa mga ganitong klaseng uri ng tanong. Okay. Of course, very, ano tawag dito? Yung sa mga choices ng A, B, and C, yung idea or yung paksa is very, hindi siya concrete, hindi siya concise. Okay, but letter D speaks about sa pinakatamang pangungusap. Okay, let's proceed sa 23. Piliin ang gawi ng pagsasalita. Kasiyahan ko nang makitang kayo'y nagmamahalan. Okay? Ano ang gawi ng pagsasalita? A. Pagbabahagi ng damdamin. B. Pangarap. C. Pagkuha ng impormasyon. D. Pagkontrol ng kilos. Ano yung pinakatamang sagot? Of course, it's letter A. Pagbabahagi ng damdamin. Kasi sinasabi niya, kasiyahan ko nang makitang kayo'y nagmamahalan. Of course, nire-relate niya yung, kung ano yung feelings na kanyang nararamdaman. So the answer is letter A. Pagbabahagi ng damdamin. Okay? Okay? Number 25. Okay, we're on halfway. Number 25. Walang tubig kahapon. Ito ay pangungusap na. A. Walang pandiwa. B. Walang paksa. C. May panag-uri. D. May paksa. Okay, ano yung dapat na sagot? O ano yung tamang sagot? Walang tubig kahapon. Ito ay pangungusap, of course, na walang pandiwa. Excuse me? When we say pandiwa, ano siya sa English? Yan yung tinatawag nating verb. Okay? Or action word. Diba? Kung i-recall natin, yung pandiwa. So, makikita natin sa sentence, walang tubig kahapon. Wala siyang action word. Ano yung paksa? Ano naman yung tinatawag na paksa? Of course, yung paksa, siya yung pinag-uusapan sa isang sentence. Okay? Yan yung paksa. Ano naman yung panag-uri? Yan yung parts ng sentence. Pag sa English, are you familiar with the simuno at panag-uri? Okay? Parts siya ng isang sentence. At may paksa. Pero, sa choices, yung pinakatamang sagot is letter A. Walang pandiwa. Wala siyang action word. Wala siyang verb. Okay? Remind you about the basic parts of speech. You have to know those things or review those things kasi most of the questions sa board exam, especially in English, dyan talaga mostly kumukuha si PRC ng mga questions about sa parts of speech and of course sa figures of speech. Okay, that's only a trivial. Huh? Okay, let's proceed sa 26. Let's proceed sa 26. A computer system is actually made up of actual physical machines known as A. Monitor, B. Hardware, C. Printer, D. Software. Correct answer is, it talks about the physical machines. So of course, the correct answer is hardware. Letter A and C are both hardware, the monitor and printer. While software, when we say software, these are the applications or command in the computer. When we say hardware, the physical, kung ano yung nahahawakan mo sa computer, like the monitor, the screen, the keyboard, the mouse, the printer, those are all examples of hardware. Okay? So don't be confused of the two, the hardware and software. Kung pinag-uusapan ay hardware, those are things na nahahawakan mo sa computer. When we say software, those are applications, the command in the computer. Okay, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Offices, kung ano pang applications. Yan yung tinatawag nating software. Okay, 27. Let's proceed sa 27. A vehicle consumes 1 liter of gasoline to travel 10 kilometers. After a tune-up, it travels 15% farther on 1 liter. To the nearest 10th, how many gasolines will it take for the vehicle to travel 230 kilometers? Okay, may computation dyan sa screen. Okay, makikita nyo dyan. Okay, so yung correct answer is letter D, 20 liters. How? We're just going to multiply 10 kilometers to 0.115. Saan po nakuha yung 0.115? Okay, kasi yung original, what is this? Yung original is, di ba, meron tayong 100%. We're just going to add 15% to 100%, it will give us 115%, right? Then 115, i-convert lang natin siya into decimal number, which will give us 0.115. Then the process is that we're going to just multiply 115 to 10 kilometer. That will give us 11.5 kilometers. Okay, did you get it? Then, right after that, getting 11.5 kilometer, we're just going to divide it to 230 kilometer. Because the question is, how many gasolines will it take for the vehicle to travel 230 kilometers? Okay, so it will give us the answer of 20. So there, if we are going to travel 230 kilometers from the given data, we will use or we will take 20 liters. Okay? It's a matter of, ano lang naman, yung, what is this? Pag-intindi sa question. Okay? Pag-intindi sa questions. You don't need to memorize formulas in solving mathematical problem. But actually, it is an advantage kung you have the background about the formula. But this type of question only humihingi ng iyong common sense kung paano mo siya isolve. Okay? So let's proceed sa 28. Okay, let's proceed sa 28. A bomb was dropped in an area where rebels were hiding. The perimeter of the damaged area with 480 meters and width was 15 meters. What is the length of the damaged area? Okay, the clue there is finding the perimeter or the perimeter, the term perimeter. The perimeter of the damaged area with 480 meters and width was 15 meters. Okay, in this type of question, you're just going to recall what or how do we get perimeter. Okay, it will give us the formula of perimeter. Okay, nasa screen yan. Ayan. So the correct answer is letter D. So How and why? Why 225 meters? Okay, let's recall the formula in finding perimeter. Okay, perimeter is equals to 2 length times 2 width. Okay, so in the given data or in the question, it gives us the data of 480. Yung total perimeter is 480, right? Then is equals to 2 length kasi wala dyan yung yung length ng given ng statement and 2 width. Okay, so as you can see sa question, given kung ano yung width. Okay, so you're just going to substitute the datas. So 480 is equals to 2 length. So 2 times 15, it will give us the answer of 30, right? Baka ma-confuse yung iba, baka sabihin 21. It's 2L, ha? 2L and 2 width. Then, 480 is equals to 2L times 30. Of course, we cannot combine 2L and 30, right? So we're just going to move 30 to 480. Okay, in the right side, i-combine natin siya sa 480, then the positive 30 will become negative 30. Of course, is equals to 2L. So 480 minus 30 equals 2L, then we subtract 30 to 40. 480, I mean. It will give us 450. Bakit merong denominator na 2? It's because we're going to divide both. I-divide natin yung dalawa sa 2 for us to cancel the 2L, yung sa given. Okay, so 2 divided by 450, or 450 divided by 2, it will give us the answer of 225. I-cancel lang natin yung 2 sa 2L. So yung length natin is equivalent to 225 meters. Okay? So that's the answer, 225. Let's proceed, 29. Number 29. Okay? Which among these commodities are VAT exempt? A, corned beef and ham. B, milk and juices. C, flour and baking soda. D, sugar and syrup. Okay, so ano dito yung exempt sa VAT or sa value added tax? The answer is letter C, flour and baking soda. Why? Okay, bakit? Okay, so please read sa section 109. Please do research sa section 109 of the tax code in the Philippines. Diyan nakastate kung ano yung mga products here in the Philippines that are exempted sa VAT. Okay, so madami sila dyan. Please read. Again, please take note, section 109 of the tax code in the Philippines. Okay, so isa dyan na exempt sa VAT ay ang mga crop productions like flour and baking soda. Okay. Marami kasi dyan. So, I recommend you to read and do have research about the section 109 of the tax code in the Philippines. Okay. It is stated there all the products or commodities that are VAT exempted or tax exempted. Okay. Let's proceed. 30, number 30. The price of gasoline has gone high suddenly. The gas station ordered 120,000 liters before the price increase. However, only 1,500 liters were sold. How many liters are now sold on the new price? Okay, so the answer is letter C. 118,500. Why? We're just going to subtract 1,500 from 120,000, that will give us the result of 118,500. Okay, very easy lang, no? Subtract lang ta. Okay, let's proceed. Number 31. Okay, variables, mathematics. Which of the following gives the sum of polynomials a squared plus b squared plus ab and 3a squared plus 4ab minus 2b squared? Okay, baka ma-confuse kayo ha. Yung 2 na yan, before the, or after the variables, siya a, b, and ab are exponent. Hindi siya whole number. It is exponent. A squared plus b squared plus ab and 3a squared plus 4ab minus 2b squared. So how? Okay, so the answer is, okay, let's find out what's the answer. Okay, the answer is letter D. 4a squared plus 5ab minus b squared. How? Okay. Paano? Bakit naging 4a squared plus 5ab minus b squared? In here, we're just going to combine variables with the same exponent. Kaya hindi natin pwede i-combine ang variables with different exponent. Okay, so a squared plus 3a squared will give us the answer of 4a squared. Why? Because the variable a squared has a whole number before the variable nga 1. Okay? A squared, may 1a squared na siya. Just an imaginary. Pero may 1 siya nga value. 1a squared plus 3a squared will give us the answer of 4ab plus, we're going to combine plus b squared to the other expression nga negative 2b squared, kay sila ang may pareho nga variables with the same exponent, right? Okay, so may 1 din ditong imaginary sa b before the variable. May 1b squared or 1b squared siya, okay? So if we're going to minus 1 minus 2, it will give us the answer negative b squared, right? Okay, negative b squared. Next, plus AB, i-combine din natin ang next sa expression. AB to 4AB will give us 5AB nga sabat. Okay? Since we need to synchronize the expression, we have to rewrite it from 4A squared minus B squared plus 5AB to the answer 4a squared plus 5ab minus b squared. Okay, did you get it? Okay, the technique is that you only have to add or to combine, if you're going to adding polynomials, if you're going to add polynomials or expressions with variables, you are going to just add variables with the same exponent. Okay? And a variable has always a 1 nga whole number. Okay? Nakaka-confuse, pero if you go deep beyond that, that's the way how to combine polynomials or expressions. Okay? Let's proceed sa 32. With the Balasang Pambansa performing legislative and executive powers in the Marcos regime, which form of government was implemented? Okay, I think this question appeared in our during our board exam. Guwa ni ang question niya ni. What is the form of government implemented during the Marcos regime? The answer is letter C, it's parliamentary. Okay, some of you would answer dictatorial, but it's not. But the government implemented during Marcos regime, the parliamentary form of government. Hindi siya dictatorial. Okay? Trivia, ang dictatorship or dictatorial, batas dictatorial, ay nagsimula kay Marcos or kay Aguinaldo? Just a trivia. Okay, some of you kay Marcos, some of you kay Aguinaldo, but dictatorship